Hey, what's going on? I'm here in beautiful Puerto Escondido, Mexico, and I've been staying here for the past couple months. I'm gonna do a walkthrough video here of my apartment, and after I'm gonna break down the finances of living in Puerto Escondido, what it was like here, and how I enjoyed it. So make sure you stick around. So here's the entrance to the building. So on the top floor is a yoga studio, and I'll show that to you guys later. Here is my motorbike that I rented for the past couple months. And let's go in here. So it's this nice big courtyard with a bunch of cats in it. Check out, yeah, it's a bunch of surfboards. My neighbor, you could rent them from here, or I actually had bought one, but I just sold it because I'm not staying for much longer. So let's go up here. And this whole place has a very like bohemian kind of yoga vibe. It's got all these stone, like, I really like this stone tiles and stuff here. Okay, so now we're at my place here. It's got these mosquito nets. And here it is. So it's my workstation here. It's a nice open concept. It's a really big apartment. It's probably 70, 80 square meters or so. And it has this full kitchen, which I really love. So I've been doing a little bit of cooking, been making a lot of tacos. And it's got everything, blender, it's got even a rice cooker, probably from previous tenants, but yeah, this place had everything that I needed. The design of this place is really interesting. It's like, the furniture is all like custom built into here. It's like this stone that they painted this crazy blue color. And it took some getting used to, but it's a very unique look. And you could tell that this is like a surf town because this is probably designed for beach. Like, it kind of looks like outdoor beach furniture that you would see at like a beach club. But I really liked it. It was pretty cool. Here's the bathroom. Again, it has all these custom built stone tiling here. I really like the sink. It's like, it looks like a kid painted it. But it's all hand painted. The bedroom is really like bohemian vibe. So it has like these crazy flower drawings, very like hippie vibe. It was definitely a very interesting place to live in. It has AC up here, which was nice. It didn't have AC in the main rooms, but it did have these super fast fans, so I didn't really mind too much. And let's go to my favorite part of this place, which is the rooftop. Okay, so this is my favorite part of this apartment complex. So you can see all the yoga equipment. It's a full-fledged yoga studio, and you could probably see how perfect this would be to do yoga, do some exercise. Every morning I get up here, start my day. Just an amazing panoramic view of Puerto Escondido. It's got some nice hammocks here. I just love coming here in the morning, sitting here and watching the surfers out there. So Puerto Escondido is very much a surfer town, and a lot of professionals surf over there. It's maybe 20-foot waves. They're massive, but they have some beginner ones down on that side and also up on the north side here as well. This view was amazing except for this super ugly building, which I heard that they started building it, but then I think the local people started complaining or protesting because the larger the buildings, the more they ruin the waves. So they're trying to stop any high-rise developments from coming into Puerto Escondido. And yeah, that's how seriously they take surfing. There's another little rooftop thing here. There's not much there. It's just to kind of get a better view of the waves. The residents at this place, they all are hardcore surfers, so they get up every morning and go up there and just scope out the waves for half an hour just to check to see if it'll be a good day for them or not. So yeah, that's the walkthrough of this place. I'm gonna go through the finances, everything now, and what I thought about living here. All right, so all in, the apartment you just saw cost me about $800 for the entire month. That included like AC, electricity, water, and all the utilities, which was nice because a lot of places here will charge you for utilities. I'll start with the things I really liked about Puerto Escondido. I really liked the beaches. They were awesome. They weren't like the most beautiful beaches that you could see, but they had a lot of activities to do. So you could go surfing. I played a lot of beach volleyball. There's several games that you could play every day if you wanted. Favorite one was the one nearby here by this gym called Paradise Gym, which was owned by another Canadian. There's other activities as well. There's a bunch of nature tours. There's like lagoons you could look at. There's a bunch of wildlife like dolphin tours. There's even whale watching. So if you're into nature and like hiking and stuff like that, Puerto Escondido was amazing. In terms of working here, it was not an ideal place to work, to be honest. There weren't that many great cafes for working around here. There's maybe 2 or 3 okay ones. Nothing amazing. There's one called Selena that was pretty good. There's one in the south of La Punta. Also, the Wi-Fi here was pretty bad. When it worked well, it worked well. 50, 60 megabyte download speed. But when it wasn't working, it just cut out for hours. And it happened maybe every few days or so. If you're working online and it's absolutely crucial for you to always be available to the internet, then Puerto Escondido might not be the best place. So what I did really like about this place, the locals were amazing, super friendly, very helpful. And also the expats and other digital nomads that I met. A lot of people came here to learn Spanish or go surfing. I met a bunch of really interesting people that were in different phases of their traveling and digital nomad careers. So that was really cool meeting everyone. Another thing I really liked about here was the food. A lot of people actually don't like the food here, but I thought it was great. All the Mexican food, obviously, but you also had pretty decent Italian food. I tried Thai food the other day. It was pretty terrible. But other than that, I haven't had a lot of bad meals here. The seafood's really fresh and good. I did like a fishing tour here and they caught us a huge sailing fish and they cooked it right in front of us. So I don't know, stuff like that. It was really cool to experience that. But going cost-wise here, I would say it's okay value, but I actually thought it'd be cheaper for what you can get. Maybe I didn't look around hard enough, but I felt my place was pretty expensive given that it's Mexico. I was more used to Asia prices, which would probably be considerably less for a place like this. Food here was pretty expensive too, between I'd say $8 to $10 per meal with food and basically an entree and like a drink. I know it's a lot cheaper than Canada or the US, but I guess I got spoiled in Asia where it's half of that or even less. So I had a scooter that I rented for 1,500 pesos, which was super, super cheap. It wasn't a great bike though, but most of the rentals here are kind of crazy. It's like $150 to $200 to rent a little scooter for a month. So the prices here are definitely more than what I expected. I even looked at buying property here, but it's also, I feel, pretty overvalued. But who knows? It could be a good place to invest. I know a lot of people are investing in here. There's a big highway that's being built here from some major cities in Mexico. So when that happens, maybe this place's real estate value will blow up. Another thing I really loved about Mexico, so I lived in Playa del Carmen for 2 months before this, but I really loved how the visa situation worked. So the visa situation here is amazing. As a Canadian, I could come here for 6 months without any problem. And I've even heard of people overstaying their visas here for a year. So people stayed here for a year and a half that I met. And all that happened to them was they got fined. So if this was somewhere like in Thailand or Vietnam, you're probably gonna go to jail if you overstay your visa for a whole year or have to pay a lot of money, much more than the $50 he had to pay. So overall, I guess I would say I really, really loved it here. I would definitely recommend anyone to check it out. It's a bit hard to get to, which is kind of nice because not a lot of tourists come here. So it's a bit of a sleepy town. It's not super developed. It's on the cusp of being developed. Maybe it's a good idea to come check this out before it gets overrun by tourists in a few years. And yeah, that's all. So if you want to kind of learn more, make sure you check out my blog. I have a lot more travel videos, travel articles on tips for Canadians. and Americans of how to travel hack and things like that. So make sure you check it out. And as always, thanks for listening.